Local and live, covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk TriState with Tiny and Katie.
Welcome back to Let's Talk TriState, all powered by Home Right Windows and Doors, the right choice winner in the 2024 Best of the TriState. One of our favorite friends from Hagerstown, we have Brittany Arizmendi back with us today, who was the Director of Community Engagement for the City of Hagerstown. And you guys have just been, on fire lately. You know, there's been so much happening in the City of Hagerstown. And so are you kind of having a reprieve at the minute, or are we just ramping right back up with events?
I think we took a small reprieve, but we have been planning for this year, so we're excited about what's to come. We've been meeting with some of our existing businesses, some of our new businesses that are opening or getting ready to open, so there's a lot of exciting things.
Can you share any of those businesses?
Sure. Hub City Brewery, which they've done their soft opening, but their official grand opening is January 31st.
Okay. Anytime there's a brewery that comes into town, I have to go and try it. And Hagerstown's actually growing in the brewery industry, and they're all really good.
Yes. Between breweries and distilleries, we are certainly growing in that area, and we hope to add more in the future.
Where is the Hub City Brewery?
It's at 25 West Church Street.
Okay.
So if anyone's familiar with where the old farmers market used to be, they're in that location now.
Okay. And so their opening is to the 31st, you said?
Yes.
So this weekend they'll be opening up. Okay, perfect. Any other businesses top of mind?
There's some changes I can't talk about yet. There's some changes coming. Live at Hub City Vinyl is expanding. So they have their small live venue, which seats about 200. They have a larger venue that they're working on. So they're hoping early summer that'll be ready. And I think that'll stand about 600 people.
Wow.
So that's exciting.
That is. We were there. The station was there not too long ago. I think it was Fastball.
Okay.
Do you remember Fastball from the 90s, early 2000s? A couple big hits, but we went there and really loved the venue. The bar was, the whole ambiance was really cool. I really enjoyed the vibe that they had there. That's a good business.
Yes. So with that and then a few other changes that will be coming in the near future, we're just excited about the landscape of downtown. And it really is becoming the place to go for arts and entertainment. And of course, Meredith Park, their home opener, I think, is April 25th, which will be here before we know it.
I was just going to say, I can't believe that we're even talking about April right now. It's going to be here, like you said, right before we know it.
Yes.
And so we're gearing up for Valentine's Day.
Yes.
What can we expect in Hagerstown for this lovely holiday?
Sure. So we have started what's called Second Saturdays. So I think we're doing 9 out of the 12 months of the year. We'll be offering a Second Saturday stroll in downtown. So for Valentine's Day, it's the weekend before Valentine's. So February 8th, we'll be doing a Galentine's tour. So we've partnered with a few of our women-owned small businesses, paired them together.
I love it. Girl power.
Exactly.
I love that.
So we have heart garland and mocktail tasting.
Oh.
We have wine stem painting and gluten-free cookies and baked goods. And then we have candle making and balloons.
Oh, okay.
So everyone gets to choose a workshop. And then after the workshop, we have a few other businesses that will be open. So there'll be an artisan market and a selfie booth at Wortman Photography, a mimosa bar and chocolate-covered strawberries at Vibes, who's pairing up with Tribe Cold Press. And then all the participants get a free, it's like a handmade lip balm from Garden Bell. And that they've actually partnered with another woman-owned vendor, Apotheke Desjardins. So we have a lot of girl power.
I love that.
Downtown.
And is there an admission fee for it?
So there are tickets, which you can go to mainstreethagerstown.org/Galentines to purchase tickets. So there is a ticket fee, but that fee gets you your workshop plus the after activities. And then, of course, we encourage people to dine downtown and stay downtown as they can.
What are the hours for that event?
11 a.m. until 4 p.m.
Okay, so it's early in the day.
Yes.
You can still do something for Valentine's Day if you need to afterwards.
There is one workshop that's at 7 p.m., which is a heels class. So I'm not sure if anyone has heard of that.
Heels like
high heels.
And it's like the actual shoe.
It's like a dance class.
You're doing it in heels?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It's at Slam the Weight, which is a small boutique gym in downtown, woman-owned. And it's supposed to be after hours, a little more provocative, get your sexy on vibe. So if you and the ladies are looking for something, we still have some tickets left for that as well.
That is so fun. I wanted to ask you, you said the candle making. Is that with Create a Candle?
It is, yes.
The owner, who, obviously is girl power, Brittany, she's a dear friend of mine.
Okay,
and I love that business. I love what they do there. So that, oh my gosh, that's going to be an amazing event. You may have said this. How many businesses are coming together for this?
I think it's over 10.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's going to be a great event. So then do you have all of the second Saturdays planned out for like the month of March and April, or is that as far as we've gotten so far?
We have themes for each month. March will be Taste of Downtown.
Okay.
To experience all of the different cuisines we have, because we actually have a fair amount of international cuisine downtown.
Yes.
So that will also be a ticketed event, which will probably start ticket sales within the next few weeks. We already have several of our businesses on board for that. April will be a scavenger hunt.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun.
May will be an art walk. And June will be a street festival.
Whose idea? Was this your idea to do this second Saturday?
It was our office's idea, but also we meet with our Main Street businesses, and one of the challenges that we've been facing is getting people downtown, feeling comfortable moving around. So this is an effort for us to try to create something that will happen consistently each month so that people know, the second Saturday, something's happening, let's go downtown.
A lot of foot traffic.
Exactly. To really just push people into these businesses that they might not know about or may have wanted to try but haven't had a chance.
I don't know if everybody is aware of how the vast majority that there are of businesses and what really there is to offer in downtown Hagerstown. There's a ton to do. You can put a full itinerary together for a weekend down there.
Yes. So that's what we're really trying to encourage people. Hey, it's not just we have one thing and then you go home. It's go do that one thing, but then stay and check out what else we have to offer.
Yeah. And the cuisine is a good one too. I didn't even think about that until recently. I've been doing something mildly personal, but I've been doing a lot of online dating recently. And so we'll meet in Hagerstown. It's a good meeting spot, especially people in Frederick or out that way. And I've been discovering a lot of really wonderful restaurants through doing the online dating and meeting in Hagerstown. What's that German restaurant?
Schmankel.
Yeah, I was even,
I said that.
I wasn't even going to attempt that, but food was fantastic. Bulls and Bears food is fantastic. I had cocktails at Prohibition, fantastic. Yeah, just really, really great things that are available to us in downtown Hagerstown.
Yes.
And there was something else that I wanted to ask you, and it's escaping me. What were we talking about before we turned on the cameras?
The field house?
Yes. That's what it was.
Yes.
Talk to me about that.
So I actually just left seeing the field house, and we are very excited. It kind of will have its soft opening, its first tournament. The first weekend in February. Okay. So
Is that this weekend then?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. To work out, kind of see how the flow goes. The grand opening will probably be mid-February at some point, but there is a fitness center that will be open to the public, so you can pay to have a membership. And then, of course, there will be several different tournaments being held there. I did ask Eastern Sports Management, so they're the company that will be managing the field house. They said that this weekend's tournaments are basketball and jiu-jitsu.
Oh, cool.
Gymnastics has already booked some activities there. So there will be a wide variety of different sports and athletic events that will be happening at that facility.
Is the field house a franchise, or is this a one-off business?
So it's actually, it's a city project.
Okay.
So it's funded by the city of Hagerstown. It's an investment that our mayor and council wanted to make for the community, and in turn will hopefully bring tourism to the area as well. And then it's managed by Eastern Sports Management. And they, ESM for short, they have a lot of experience doing this type of project in other communities. So they're very well versed in operations and management.
And so it will be also a functioning gym for people who want to join a gym.
I've already signed up.
Did you really?
Yes.
Oh, what, treadmills, weights?
Treadmills, ellipticals, weights. There's a big group fitness classroom. There's locker rooms. It's very nice. And what's really cool about it, it's on the second floor, so it actually, you can see out to the different fields and courts.
That is, and where is this? How have I missed this?
It is, I don't know the exact address. It's off Memorial Boulevard. So where the old municipal stadium site, that is where the field house is now.
That is so cool. Wow. Lots of wonderful things happening. It's going to be a great summer, you know, when the ballpark gets back going and the field house is open. We got the new brewery in town. Is there anything else, Brittany, before we wrap up here that we want to make sure we touch on with downtown Hagerstown?
I think just for people, we invite everyone to come out. And Hagerstown isn't what it used to be or the perception that you may have. So we just encourage everyone to come out and experience what so many of us, our business owners, your elected officials, the city staff, what we're all pouring into. It's not what you see on social media. So we just encourage people to come experience it for yourself. And then tell others, invite others to come down with you.
Yeah. I just took my girlfriends down there. We went to, what's that really good pizza place?
Pretzel Pizza.
That's it, right there. We went to that. We went to Pretzel Pizza, the Alpine Bar, and really put together a really nice day of just bebopping around town. And there really is a lot to do. And you guys are doing wonderful work to make it a place that people feel comfortable and safe. And it's just wonderful what you guys are doing down there. So
thank you.
Yes, thank you. And Galentine's Tour sounds great. Make sure you get your tickets for that. And coming up on Let's Talk Tri-State, we are going to check in with the DRB Group, the right partner for your real estate development.
Let's talk Tri-State.
If you'd like to be featured on an upcoming episode of Let's Talk Tri-State, call 717-597-9200 or email letstalk@921thegoat.com.
I'm Nick Seco from Home Right Windows and Doors, and we're located in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. So we do vinyl replacement windows, we do steel and fiberglass entry doors, we do aluminum storm doors, and we do sliding patio doors, all made by Provia. The windows are a vinyl replacement window, and it could be anything from double hungs to casements to bay and bow windows and everything in between. So when somebody calls in the office and needs an estimate, they get Roxanne on the phone typically, and she would schedule an appointment for me to come out and take some measurements, provide some literature, go through what options we have, and then I would follow up within about 24 to 48 hours with an estimate with all the details of the products as well as the installed price. I find that we're typically much more affordable than the companies that you see advertising on TV or in a lot of other places. If they're spending a lot of advertising dollars, obviously they're passing those costs on to their consumers. You could go to our website at homerightwaynesboro.com, or you could call us at 717-749-4874.
Local and live, covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk Tri-State with Tiny and Katie.
Let's talk Tri-State.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Tri-State, all powered by Home Right Windows and Doors in Waynesboro, the right choice winner in the 2024 Best of the Tri-State. Our favorite resident of Smithsburg, back with us again, Donnie Souders, who is the mayor. How are things?
Things are great. So
what's going on in Smithsburg?
Well, the good thing is, so there's times when being a mayor is fun and entertaining, right? So we just I just wrapped up visiting all 3 of our local elementary schools. We've got Smithsburg Elementary, we've got Old Forge Elementary, and then even Cascade, which is up here, Blue Ridge Summit, PA, right there on that border. Maryland Municipal League, which is an organization that features all 157 municipalities and towns, puts on an essay writing contest. So basically the crux of the contest is, if I were mayor, ... right? Like, what improvements would I make? What would I like to see in the town?
Yeah.
It really gives fourth graders.
I was just going to say, what grade?
Geared specifically to fourth graders. It's geared to give fourth graders an opportunity to share some of their thoughts on either things that they like of the town, or if they had an opportunity to be mayor, what they would change or make better. So like I said, we did, myself and our town manager went to each of those schools. We visited, like I said, Smithsburg Elementary, Old Forge Elementary, and then wrapped up today with Cascade Elementary. And it's one of those experiences that are the good thing about politics and being in government. So like even at Cascade, this was the first time, I believe, a mayor from Smithsburg has actually visited Cascade.
Okay.
So it's not in Smithsburg.
It's out there a little bit.
It
It
is, but all of those elementary students will most likely end up at either Smithsburg Middle or then eventually to Smithsburg High School. So to include them in it was unique. And we really got a kick out of me and Brian Brandt, who's our town manager, really got a kick out of it. They're asking for autographs. So we're signing autographs. He even got into signing some autographs. So it's really the fun portion of, government and being mayor. They ask for fourth graders that really don't understand government. They do. They ask some really poignant and fun questions.
I don't know if you know this about me, Donnie, but I taught elementary school for almost 10 years. My last year that I taught fourth grade.
Okay.
And so that was the year when the students, at least this was in Virginia, were really starting to learn about government and how it works. And so I love, and we didn't do this. This is a great writing prompt because it encompasses so many different things. The writing process, presenting an argument, and then with different pieces of evidence to back it up. But I want to know, what were some of the crazy things that the kids said they would do as mayor? Because kids come up with off the wall
So
stuff.
there's a couple things. So, we explain to the kids that some of the ideas, because we look at it as adults, right? And fourth grade kids or any kids can look at something completely different than we do as adults. So we've had some students in the past, I believe, so I became the acting mayor in 21, so this is my 3rd or 4th year of doing this. And you get some kids that come in and suggest, apparently gaga ball is some big thing that elementary school kids like to do, pickleball, things like that.
Okay.
So they have suggested those. We've encouraged them to visit our park commission and kind of explain those things. And sometimes we take those ideals and actually put them in.
Sure.
It's always we want a Chick-fil-A.
Oh yeah.
We always want
we want NFL
a Starbucks.
Here.
Yeah, we want these things. But some of the I had one. I don't know if people have been following Smithsburg at all, but there's a development, a 70-acre development that is looking to add some commercial businesses to it on the corner of this parcel, and there was some controversy stirred up that, potentially like a Buc-ee's truck stop. One of these super large truck stops. I actually had one of the kids at Smithsburg Elementary ask me if it was true that a Buc-ee's was coming to Smithsburg.
I feel like I've heard this.
Yeah, I believe so. Let me just clarify: there is no Buc-ee's coming to the town of Smithsburg. It was really a post to galvanize and get the public aware that this development was coming. That there's a commercial space that's looking to be developed. And to get the dialogue going of exactly what we wanted to do. It was a zoning text amendment on the size of a convenience store.
Okay.
So the way that the zoning text is written now in Smithsburg, it's an outdated code. And really you could have, if you remember the old 7-Elevens that were just basically going in, there was no gas station, no canopy.
Just the store, sure.
So our text amendment is an older text. We were looking to update that text amendment so that it would mirror closer to what the county allows, which is up to 7,000 square feet with a canopy. So the post that was put out and the story that was released by a council member was to kind of get the public engaged. But as we know, it can create a little bit of outrage and
chaos ensues.
So,
Sure.
but I mean, it did create the dialogue. But I did have one of the fourth graders ask me.
That's a smart kid.
We've had fourth graders ask about their water bill, so clearly they hear their parents talking about it, or swells that needed to be fixed. So for parents out there, your kids do listen, even if you don't think they listen.
It's interesting.
So you'll get, like I said, it's a large swath of, hey, I want to see new playground equipment, to, hey, are you going to put a Buc-ee's in town? So you have a large swath of these different questions. And then the really fun part is when they specifically ask, like, what the role of the mayor is. I gave them a little bit of a math problem. I'm like, there's 3,000 people in town. I make $1 per person. Figure out how much I make a year. And so we try to make it educational at the same time. But this is a great program that Maryland Municipal League actually puts on. There's two components to it. So Maryland Municipal League has one where all the students can put their essay online and then be considered. It's broken down by districts, so they could be considered for the state program essay contest. The winner then gets to go down to Annapolis with a signing ceremony with the governor of the state of Maryland. I like to do things a little differently in Smithsburg, so we encourage our kids to do both, do the local one and then do the state one. But for the Smithsburg elementary kids, we'll select 3 top essays. Everyone that participates gets some sort of either recognition, gift card, something for writing an essay.
So this wasn't a mandatory for all students?
It's not.
This is optional?
It's optional. Okay. And we try to get as much participation. We've seen that number increase over the last couple years. So for Smithsburg Elementary School, because it's in the hub of the town, every student there that participates gets a gift card. I think it's a $10 Amazon gift card.
Oh, nice.
The top 3 essays get a $25 gift card. And then out of that, the staff selects 1 essay as our mayor of the day. So that student gets to come to a council meeting, gets to do the Pledge of Allegiance, start the meeting, read their essay. There's a proclamation that's read on their behalf. They get a T-shirt that says World's Best Mayor, a sash that says Mayor, and a little gavel. So we really do that up. For the other 2 schools, Old Forge Elementary and Cascade, everyone that participates will get some sort of certificate of recognition for doing it. And each of those classes will have 1 winner, and that 1 winner will get a $25 gift card as well. So we really try to
incentivize
it. We want participation. Hopefully in the room, I'm going to guess that we spoke to, and when I say we, like I said, the town manager went with me. We're looking at probably anywhere between 60 to 80 students that we talked to over the last few days. So we're really hoping that maybe out of that 60 to 80 students, there is future leaders, future mayors, council people, governors, maybe even President of the United States. So it's a really fun activity, and it really lets these kids feel like maybe their thought or insight could be something that we actually adopt.
Yeah, it matters
for the town. Exactly.
Yeah. Did you hear anything that you really thought, wow, that is a really good idea? I might bring that back.
Not yet. I'm sure that as the essays come
you're just
through,
getting started.
Once the essays come through, there are. But like I said, we've had students that have written essays that have had some ideas, and we say, hey, come on in, come to a council meeting, express your idea, and maybe we implement it or design it or build it. Like I said, we've had Gaga ball requests. We've had pickleball requests.
I'm sorry. Do you know what this is?
I have
like
no
Lady
clue.
Gaga?
I have no. It's some sort of game elementary school kids play. So,
Gosh, I've only been out of the classroom for 2 years, and what am I missing now?
I don't know. So
I know pickleball, but
pickleball, but yeah, Gaga ball. I have not figured out what it is. It sounds like it's a hybrid of some sort of like dodgeball with kickball.
I like the name.
Yeah, Gaga ball. So I had the same thing. Like, what are we talking about here? So, but the good thing is it really gets the students involved.
Yep.
It helps them learn about their local government, how government works. And then again, if they've got some creative, we ask them to be creative. We've had students that have submitted pictures and drawings of what they wanted to do. We've had them invite us out to maybe see it where they've seen, something else. So we typically get the same thing. We want a Starbucks or a Chick-fil-A or a swimming pool or a skateboard park. So we really encourage them to be creative and, enjoy the fact that, maybe their ideal could be something that the town institutes.
I love this, again, because I taught elementary school. When I would teach government, it wasn't everybody's forte. It wasn't mine when I was a kid. I appreciated it, but I found it boring, if that's okay, and you're not offended. But it puts a different excitement level to it when you have somebody coming in who is in government, local government, who can speak knowledgeably about these things and actually tell you the inner workings of it than just reading it from a textbook or worksheet or whatever.
Well, and that was one of the questions asked to me today. It was like how I got into government and politics and wanting to be mayor. And I told him, I said, I had a 9th grade teacher that we were required to learn all of the presidents in order.
Did you learn the song?
No, I didn't learn the song.
Okay.
But we learned all the presidents in order, their time in office, what state they were from. So that kind of started the whole impetus for getting into, I love presidential history. We're coming up on President's Day. There's always the documentaries that run on the different presidents. So that was, how I got into government. And then, to see like today we went and saw Cascade, and like I said, it was the first time I believe a mayor from Smithsburg has gone, and just it's almost like being a rock star, right?
Yeah, they were so excited.
And in government and in politics, you don't always walk into a
where everyone's like, woo!
Being the most liked person, right? So they're impressionable. They don't know yet. They don't see everything that's on Facebook.
Funny.
But or social media, so it was great. And like I said, to have a bunch of them come up and wanted autographs. One kid wanted his arm signed, so
very cool.
It's unique to do things like that.
Well, keep us in the loop about the winner, and maybe if the permission is granted from the parents, we could even read that next time on Let's Talk Tri-State. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think we're collecting those in March. So, yeah, we'll shoot for sometime in April to bring all the winning essays, and maybe we'll do that. We'll be able to share which ones were the winners.
Perfect. Well, Donnie, as always, we love having you, and thanks for stopping by and spending some time with us today.
Well, I always love being here, and thank you.
Of course. We'll be right back with Let's Talk Tri-State, all powered by Virtus Men's Health in Hagerstown. They have telehealth available, and you can find them online at virtusmenshealth.com.
Let's talk Tri-State.
If you'd like to be featured on an upcoming episode of Let's Talk Tri-State, call 717-597-9200 or email letstalk@921thegoat.com.